Hello and welcome back to the course. In the last training, we covered how to create an online course which can act as the flagship product for your business, a digital asset you create once and sell through your free YouTube content. So you're giving them some free value in your YouTube videos, but in a more entertaining way. And then you say you have a premium course for those who want the full experience or a more advanced, detailed system and methodology to follow. But even though online courses are a really great way to help people at scale, and they absolutely can achieve great results for your customers, there's one way that you can help them even more and command even higher prices in the process. And that is, well, it's not really a surprise, it's the title of this training, it's coaching and consulting. In other words, selling your information as a service and giving personalized one-to-one help and mentorship. So rather than giving everyone the same support, like with a course, you can tailor your help to each person's needs, as different people may need help with different aspects of your niche. Plus, coaching gives people accountability, so it's a really great service to offer, and because your channel has positioned you as an expert and authority in your niche, you can once again charge high-ticket prices like we talked about earlier in this module. Because of course, if you've been providing free value for people and they know, like, and trust you from your YouTube content, they're going to be much more inclined to pay high ticket prices for the opportunity to work with you directly because they've already been watching you and listening to you. So it's a pretty cool experience to work with you one-to-one. And just like with a course, your coaching program will sell best if it takes people to a specific outcome, where there's a measurable result and a transformation achieved. So that's how you're going to be pitching it, that you're going to deliver a transformation, just like with the course, rather than just generic general coaching. Now, I know some people going through this course are already coaches and are primarily using YouTube to drive traffic to their coaching business. But regardless of whether you've been coaching for a while or whether you've never coached before, in this training, we're going to go through some best practices to make more money from coaching and simultaneously get better results for your clients. So, getting started is actually pretty simple here. On your YouTube channel, you want to start telling people you're offering private coaching for those who actually are serious about improving more with whatever your niche is. You can mention this in your videos, of course, and always include a link in your descriptions where they're going to be able to go and get involved with this. Of course, the beauty with this is that so little setup is required. You can literally just have an email address in your description if you want, where people can contact you and get in touch about coaching, and you can discuss it from there. For something a little more professional, though, I recommend having a link in your video description to an application form, with just some questions to answer that will help gauge if they're a good fit and they're a serious applicant. This also ensures you only then get on the phone and talk to people who are going to be willing to put in the work and people who seem like they're going to be right for this. For those that do apply and they answer your questions, you can then use a free service like Calendly to arrange a time for an initial call together to again, try and see if they're going to be right for this program. And I say Calendly because it's a really useful tool to just check your availability and they can pick a time. So it'll have your calendar will be synchronized and then they can just pick a time where you're free to get on a call with them. Obviously, as you scale, you can have a team doing this if you want and you can hire people to help with this. But at the beginning, you can just sync it with your own calendar. And so this works really well because then they don't have to, go back and forth with emails where you're trying to find a good day and time for you both, which isn't as professional. Just a booking system where they can do it right there and then. So they've come from your YouTube channel. They've either emailed you or better yet, they've filled out this application form and booked a time. And again, Calendly is a free thing to use. But then in that initial call that you then set up, what you do is you find out what this person actually needs and what they're trying to achieve and what their current struggles are with your niche. Because then when you're explaining to them how your coaching works, you can specifically explain why and how your coaching can help them with these current pain points they have. You can make it more personalized to them and their situation, which again is similar to what we talked about in the high ticket training, where we're positioning it to suit their specific needs. But it all starts by listening to them on the call, not just us blurting out information. Also, just like we mentioned in the high ticket training section of this course, is that you're not going to need to hard sell them. It's not going to be a call where it's a sales pitch because that's the wrong frame to view things here. They're coming to you, the expert on the topic, because they need your help. They have applied to work with you because you've already shown them you can help them and you're an authority on the subject thanks to all that free YouTube content. So if you both agree it's a good fit on the call and you'd both like to work together and they have the funds to afford one of your coaching packages, you can then close the deal and take payment, similarly that you would with a course. And I know throughout this module, we've already stressed the benefits of high ticket pricing, of how people, when they pay attention and all of that. But you've got to remember as well, with coaching in particular, it requires your time, and your time is very valuable. It's your most precious asset. So never fall into the trap of drastically lowering your prices just to make a sale. Besides, it's better to have a smaller number of coaching clients paying higher prices than slashing your prices just so you can have more clients all paying a lower amount. You're creating all that extra work for yourself by doing that, but for very little extra reward. You're better off waiting for the right clients and using that time where you're not with clients to be working on other aspects of the business. If pricing ever is an issue on a call, but everything else seems like a really good fit, the best option is just to offer a generous payment plan so they can spread the cost out over a longer period of time. And Stripe, which is one of the most popular online payment processors, will allow you to do this very easily. You can create a recurring subscription payment for them for however many months you decide to spread the payment out for. Stripe's really easy to use once you get used to it. You can send invoices from there, and it's free to use. They just take a % of each transaction, but it's a small amount. So once they've gone through that process, they've come from your YouTube content, they've gone through the application, you've got on a call, it's a good fit, you've taken the payment. As for the actual coaching itself, well, that can be done easily for free as well. You can just use a service like Zoom or Skype, whatever you and the person you're coaching is going to prefer. So, as you can see, this process is all relatively simple. We're telling our YouTube audience we're offering these coaching or consulting or mentorship services, whatever you want to call it. We're directing them to a place where they can contact us about it, either email or an application form, and then we're getting them on a call to see if they're a good fit, and it's a good fit for us as well, and then hopefully signing them up as a regular coaching client. We're not just selling them on 1 hour session, we're doing a block of sessions, so a month's worth or a few months worth or 20 sessions, whatever you want to do it, however you want to break it up, we're selling them that on the call. And remember, your free YouTube content should have done most of the selling, most of the work for you already. That's why YouTube and coaching go so well together. However, we're now going to talk about 5 different ways you can maximize your earnings from coaching while simultaneously getting better results for your clients. Win-win. Number 1 is to niche down. Narrow the focus of your coaching or the type of person you coach. This is similar to when you were picking your YouTube niche all the way back in Module 1, which may feel like a lifetime ago. But as we said, people want the specialist, not the generalist. And so you attract the right people who can see that you're a perfect fit for what they need when you niche down a bit more. So a similar example we gave earlier, you're not just going to be a fitness coach, you're going to be more specific. So when people hear what you're offering, people can go, wow, that's exactly what I need. And then you become the specialist and expert in that area. So from your point of view, that's also going to cut the competition down, as well as positioning you as the authority on that subject. Another technique, though, for increasing your earnings whilst getting better results in the process is to start using the magic question. What if you could spend less time coaching each person so you can increase your coaching capacity and get better results in the process? Well, that's what the magic question does. And here's what it is. What do you need most right now? Asking your clients this simple question allows you to cut right to the most important things. Whereas most coaches will set an arbitrary time for the call. So they'll say 60 minutes, and then half of it will end up being filler that's not a good use of either yours or your client's time. But with the right clients, if you can agree to be more efficient and practical, it's actually better for both you and your client if you start using this magic question system where you're just focusing on the 1 or 2 big priorities they have right now. So on one call, you're not going through 20 different things. You're focusing on the main, most pressing things right at this moment, rather than padding the call out to fill a certain time limit. And so this does mean that some of your calls will be shorter. Sometimes they may go to the full 60 minutes, but if your client's on board with that and you can help them understand why this is going to be more valuable rather than having a set time, then that can be a great way of saving time, but getting them better results because it's just pure gold on the call. None of this filler to pad the time out to this arbitrary amount. A third strategy, which is really useful, is group coaching. So another way to expand your coaching capacity is by helping more people at a time. So you're helping more people and making more money as well. So it's often much more enjoyable doing this for clients as well. I find where they're on a call with other people as well. There's a small group of them, and those people are obviously going to be in a similar position to them. So it's less like it's just a teacher and the pupil. It's more like, they've got people who are in it with them. So it can definitely be worth testing out for your business, as I know some coaches getting some really great results with group coaching. Fourth strategy, combine courses and coaching together. Because at this point, you might be wondering, well, do I focus more on my courses or do I focus more on my coaching? Personally, I think you may as well do both so your audience have the option. After all, coaching takes very little setup initially, and courses take very little maintenance once they're set up. So they kind of complement each other well. You spend time setting up the course at the beginning, whereas you don't have to set up the coaching at all, really, and vice versa when it comes to maintaining it. Coaching is obviously more time consuming, whereas courses just run themselves. So my point is, you can do both. However, rather than having a coaching option and a separate course option, why not combine them together into an all-in-one program or mastermind, where you teach the core universal principles in the course, the things that are the exact same for everyone, but then you also have coaching sessions to help your clients apply those principles and to answer any questions they have. And so by offering both together in one package, you can obviously then charge higher prices, and typically you'll get more success stories from students because they're getting the best of both worlds. And so you and them are both in the best possible position to succeed. So yeah, I wouldn't just focus on one or the other. I'd have both options, but I definitely think it's worth considering creating some sort of program, like your top program, your highest priced, most advanced program, where you're going to be combining the two together. They've got a course to follow, but then there's additional one-to-one or group coaching included as well. Fifth strategy is to use upsells and cross-sells. Because once someone's been through your main coaching program, if you really help them, they'd probably be very interested in working with you more. So offering a follow-up program that's more advanced, or offer them help with any other areas they want coaching on that are within your expertise, that's going to open up all these other avenues. Because just because someone's been through your main coaching program doesn't mean they know absolutely everything and never need any further help or never need any more accountability. No, I'm sure they'd much rather continue working with a coach they already know, like, and trust, and who's getting them results, rather than have to go and find another new coach to help them with the next thing that they need help with. They'd rather just be sticking with that same coach that's already getting them results. So you need to make sure that you're not just limiting yourself to one aspect, and that these people who've already been through your coaching program, you're offering them the next thing. And actually, rather than just constantly trying to find new clients, focusing on what else your existing coaching clients may need is actually a lot easier. It's easier to sell to existing clients than always finding new clients. So there we have it. 5 ways you can make more money from coaching whilst getting better results for your clients in the process. And coaching can be a really great experience for both your clients and for you, because when you get to directly see the impact you're having on someone, it can be really rewarding. However, to get these coaching clients, it all comes back to posting more free content on YouTube and on the other social media as well to bring people to your YouTube channel. And don't just give generic information in your free videos. Literally, give some of your best stuff away for free, because people would rather work with the coach who's already given them loads of free value and proven themselves. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They really hold back in their YouTube videos thinking, oh, I've got to save it all for the coaching program or the course. No, give some of that stuff away for free. Really help people without asking anything in return. And that's what's going to make them want to work with you. Of course, as your followings grow on the other social media platforms, thanks to our social media strategy from Module 3, you can start advertising your coaching services on those other platforms as well, like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. But YouTube in particular is perfect for attracting potential clients. You've just got to remind people in your videos of these different services you offer and make it very clear how they can get in touch. Have a clear call to action that they either need to click on the link and book a call, or they need to email you, whatever it is, just make it clear, because I guarantee that if people are coming to your videos for help with this topic, there'll be a % of those who would love to work with you one-to-one or in group coaching. So whilst that wraps up this training on coaching, in the next training, we're going to be bringing all of these revenue streams together as we discuss funnels, email lists, and more. I'll see you there.